Halyburton Court, that's the buildings that they could never put anyone in because it had some of the highest readings on the island underneath the housing pads. So no one has ever lived back there.
Catherine, will you tell us about these buildings?
Right.
No one has ever been allowed to live in them. Why are we even going anywhere near them?
Well, I believe it's important just to kind of get a scope. So I live on this side of the elementary schools. That's a shortcut to my house.
So are we looking at the back of your house now?
No. My house is that way through the cuts across the street. Okay. So,
right.
Yeah.
And I have a video clip of Catherine's house, so you can check that out in this series.
So you see, it was only like a 2-minute to 3-minute walk from my house to school.
And you wanted your kids to be able to come across that field to go to that school that's beyond these buildings to the right.
That was my biggest selling point for the island.
For moving on here. And now tell me again the year you moved in.
95?
95.
94? 95.
Okay.
Yeah, but having that here, I could do without the grocery store at the time because we had a car. I could do without certain things, but I was not absolutely going to make my kids go into the city and not know where my kids were. How, you know what I mean? Like,
they were too young.
They were little, and I wanted to be a participant in the school setting, in the school family.
Right.
And what better place to do with them right here in your own backyard? So this is the Halyburton Court area that was in question, and in fact, in the Channel 2 investigative report, they mentioned this as being one of the hottest spots on the island. And so they never used it to house anyone because it was just that unsafe. Meanwhile,
what used to be back here?
Well, the homes of military families. So military families actually did live here. None of the civilian families were housed back here.
So what made it a hot spot, and why were military families living on it?
There were readings that were so exceptionally high that they couldn't put people in these units.
But military families had lived here prior to that?
Yes.
When were the readings done? Do you know the year?
I don't know the year per se, but again, it has been investigated. It has been reported on repeatedly. This is Halyburton. This is also where squatters come and live because they can get in here and not be seen, not be identified. But now they're tearing these down, which, you know, at times we haven't always had this green dust fencing. So this is another issue. They put it up, but the wind just kicks it up or tears it down, or, you know, so this is...
And Catherine and the people out here know that toxic material, radiological material, gets carried in the dust.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So that it isn't just a matter of particulate matter, it's a matter of radioactive particulate matter. Is that correct?
Right. And even though they swear that the trucks are covered, they're just a tarp over the top. So these trucks are coming out the other side down Gateview Avenue, which is the main road for everyone. So, you know, one slip up, one piece, you know, again, we're back to it only takes one atom, and that atom never disappears.
Right.
So, you know,
up here on the other side of this fence, I saw an earth digger, if I can get up there again.
Right.
And you're saying that trucks
Yeah.
come out of here covered, full of dust all the time?
right.
And are they covered, Catherine?
No, they're supposed to be covered on their way out, but they're uncovered on their way back in, and they dump it on the eastern side of the island.
Where's the earth mover?
But
I'm looking for the earth mover. I haven't quite got it in the camera yet. You know, it's going to turn, there it is. It's going to turn up in the footage, but I can't really see it right now.
And then I have footage that I can deliver to you of them mowing the lawns back here before they started dismantling this and kicking up the dust and cutting down trees and using those wood chips for mulch and other in front of our units. So they're actually taking the crap and the vegetation that they cut down and carry it back in front of our homes. So it's not a matter of them doing it and being careful. They're not careful. They're not careful at all. And when I brought that up to them and showed them the footage, then they put this new green. This is new.
Oh, they put this so that people couldn't see back in here, but it won't do much dust mitigation, will it?
Right.
I want to make sure I get that damn truck.
So this is
walk over and thank you. I want to get that earth mover in
some
there.
of the stuff is pretty flippy here.
Yeah. Yeah, really, it is flippy. Now I'm not sure I got it before.
Well, and
do
then,
you want to see if you can find it in the viewfinder? Raise it up and then turn it down like that. Maybe you can get it.
Sure. It's right there.
Is there ocean beyond that? Can you catch
Yeah, and if you'll notice, you can see all of the flooding. The flooding that brings up the groundwater that's contaminated.
Where do you see the flooding? Where do you see the flooding?
Right in there. There's a pond.
In the field.
Yep, right on the edge of the old concrete court. And then...
I can sort of see pools of water through this mesh. Is that what you're...
Yeah, and there's a reflection of it in there. And so basically, there's one right there. Back over there.
And so what happens? Explain again. What happens when the water, when there's like a king surge or something?
Oh, the king tide.
No, wait. No. What were you saying a minute ago happens with these pools?
Oh, look at this.
Okay, I want to show Catherine's feet. I'm just asking her the significance. So it's all moist down in here.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh, it's just gushy. It's and mushy.
You know, this is bringing up whatever's underneath into our children's feet, into my feet.
Into my not terribly well covered plastic booties here.
So, you know, the cones are wet from sitting in it. So it's obviously, you know, a problem that the water table doesn't stay far enough down to where it can't affect us.
Because this island is in the middle of a bay and is sinking a foot a year, and the water from the bay pushes the water table up through the soil. Is that correct?
Right.